Hey, you guys, it's me, Miss Nina, and my sidekick,
Olivia.
How y'all doing today? I know it's after 2, but as usual, I'll give you a roundabout time. Hopefully, we'll be able to make it during that time because we both have so many things to do. So, welcome to our show today. Well, our talk today, since we are on Facebook, and our show is actually on YouTube. It's under Pilier'Records. It's called Chocolate Diamonds TV. And also, we also have another one on Small Town Big Dreams with George Goldsboro. First of all, you guys keep asking, when is George coming back? And George will be here on Thursday. So for all of you George Goldsboro fans, he will be back on Thursday. Thank you for joining us today. I want to give a shout out to some people that are coming on right now. Ralph Wademan, Lee Felton, Velvery. How you doing, Val? How's everything? Let me see. I'm going to have to read it off of my phone now because I got a bunch of people coming through. And I just want to take the time to say hi to you guys. I really do. Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia. I want to take the time to say hi because you guys join us all the time. And we really appreciate you guys joining in with us. Hey, babe. Dwayne Graves. How you doing? Anyway, I want to take the time to tell you this. If you have anything that you want us to talk about, please make sure that you inbox us because I got so much feedback last night from today's topic. That topic is, are you really your sister's keeper? I got a lot of feedback from that, and it's a lot of people out there who have a lot of different views on that situation. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but first, I know y'all got some questions like, Miss Nina got her wig back on. What? Yeah, it's funny. Y'all know how I do. I am just a free spirit and I'm going to be me at all times. It was a wig day. I just wanted to wear whatever I wanted to wear. She looked cute, so I put her on. Okay? This is my wig for the day. It's no method behind my madness. I wake up. However I feel is whatever I do. Today was a dark wig day. I put on a dark wig. I like it. It is what it is. Tomorrow might be a natural day. And for those of you who don't know, I had long hair. I recently cut it off, and she could attest to that. I cut it off because I'm about to go natural for the summer. I evened up all my hair. It's all curly, nice, pretty. I'm waiting for it to take form, and you guys are going to see a totally different Miss Nina. So I'm preparing for that right now. You also saw me with the different head wraps on because, I like the way that they feel. I like the way that they look. They're quick, fast, in a hurry. We have a busy life. So I just get up and I do what I do. And I urge you to do the same thing. However you feel, do what you feel in life. Be who you want to be from day to day. This is the only life we got. So you make sure you live it to the fullest. And if you feel like having a wig day, have a wig day. If you feel like having a rap day, have a rap day. If you feel like having, if you want to go bald, go bald. I support you. I support you. So what's up, Liv? How you doing today, sweetheart?
Good. I am blessed, as always.
As always. That's right.
Today is a good day for a good day.
I'm going to tell them on you. Okay, you guys. I come into the house, I come downstairs, and she does not know how to turn on the fireplace in my house. I came downstairs and the fireplace was on. She looked at me, she was like, I did it. I'm like, yay, finally. Do you guys know
accomplishment?
She turned the fireplace on. Yo,
if you're still watching, I turned on the fireplace finally. An accomplishment.
A major one at that. She'll be sitting here like, I don't know how to turn the fireplace on. I mean, it's heat in the house, but we love our fireplace in my house. And, when she's here, she's like, I don't know how to turn on the fireplace. If you're going to be here like that, you need to learn how to turn on my fireplace. Every man for himself. Hey, what's up, Brandon Jameson from Chicago? How you doing, baby? Thank you for joining us. Stick around because we got something for the brothers, too. It's not just for the sisters here. Because are you your sister's keeper? Are you your brother's keeper? It all applies.
Hi, Gloria.
Hey, Gloria. You want to say shouts out to some people?
I'm trying to see who's in here.
It's a lot of people. Oh, my goodness.
Gloria, Cynthia, Brandon from Chicago. Who else? Hope I'm not missing nobody. It's a lot of people in
It
here.
is. It's a lot of people. Regardless.
Terry. I know everybody. I saw Terry coming here. Hi, Terry.
Hey, y'all. To everybody in here. Hey, y'all. How you doing? Okay, look. We're going to jump right into it. Y'all going to notice something funny because it is what it is. Hi, Mr. Turner. How are you? I love you too, Gloria. Okay, look. Me and Olivia and George are going to be adding something to our show. So we don't know how the mukbang community, how everybody else around here is about watching people eat on camera. But we will be doing a mukbang as well because it is some food out there, especially they like the way I cook. George will come over and be like, what you cook? Like, what you cook? Everybody else comes in my house is like, what you cook? You can tell them. Tell them how I cook.
Listen, when she cooks, no matter what it is, you know it's good.
Thank you. I try. That's something that you guys didn't know. I am a very good cook. I really am, and I love to cook. I just don't get enough hours in a day to do how I want to do. Cook as often as I would like to cook, but I'm getting ready to start doing that because I'm enjoying my life and enjoying what I'm doing. So we're going to be having mukbangs where we might have that breakfast, that shrimp and grits. We might have things going on. I mean, got to watch what's going on here. I don't want to gain no weight, but we definitely going to be, inviting y'all to chill with us. Have our little mukbang brunch or whatever we doing. If we out riding and we eating, we'll be letting you guys know. Yeah, Terry said throwdown time. Yeah, girl.
Pop said, "Proud baby girl, don't burn my house down."
Oh, he said, don't burn his house down. She not going to burn the house down. Anyway, we going to burn the house down. We got music pumping over here. We got TV shows being shot. We got all kind of stuff. So once again, I just want to thank everybody that always joins us. But we're going to jump right into it and let y'all guys know. All right. Reality is reality. Do you have your brother or your sister's back? Well, I got several comments from people last night who basically all wrote me to complain about somebody in their life that they thought had their back. But it all depends on how you look at it. What do you want them to have your back through? I know some people are like, oh, I got my girl's back through anything. Or, yo, that's my dude. I got his back through anything and everything. But should you? There's some stuff that you have to learn how to say, I love you, and having your back means I got to tell you the truth.
Right. That
you wrong. Having your back means I got to tell you the truth, and I got to back up because me being here is helping you wreck yourself. My support is enabling you to continue to be doing, all the terrible things that you're doing.
Right.
And you knowing that I got your back is helping fuel the situation, because when you are doing something messed up, you drag me into it. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, Livia?
I say people always say, oh, they want to ride or die. And I have to respond and say, no, I'm not a ride or die type of person, because if you're going down by yourself, because I didn't have nothing to do with it. Whatever mess or trouble you got yourself into, you got into it on your own, and you're not going to drag me down with you. So you on your own. I can't have your back. I will love you, support you, pray for you, but you have to get yourself out of it on your own. And I will be the one to tell you you're wrong and where you messed up and what you should have done. But I ain't riding and dying with you. You on your own with that.
I agree with that. But something, sometimes when people mess up is the time that they need us the most. And I think that our words of encouragement are what is better. I'm not riding with you and getting myself in trouble. I'm just not going to do that. I totally agree. This is somebody that's 20 something years old and I'm 53. So I guess the generational, gap with us is still, it doesn't change that much from our opinions on the situation. When you have things to lose and you have things that you've accomplished in life,
you have to think about that.
Yeah, you have to think about what you're willing to sacrifice for your quote unquote friend or whatever.
I gotta say, I don't care how long we've been friends and how much love I got for you. I'm not sacrificing nothing for you. I'm not riding or dying with you. You can ride and die by yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Look, that's early 20s.
I still got my life and goals that I want to accomplish and things that I want to live for. Can't do it.
You know, and that's a reality moment right there for anybody. When you have friends, how much do you expect them to sacrifice if you keep messing up? How much do you expect to sacrifice? You know, what do you think the people around you supposed to give up for you? Will you give up this bad behavior or the things that you're doing for them? Will you become a changed person and ride or die with them for success? Will you ride or die with them for greatness? If they trying to build a business and they trying to do what they're doing, will you ride or die with them throughout that? Instead of you creating situations where you want somebody to have your back and it's going to cost them things in life. I think that's selfish.
It is selfish. It's very selfish. Because then you're only thinking about yourself. You're not, just because you don't have anything to lose, you expect someone to ride or die for you and have your back through whatever. And they have a whole lot of stuff to lose.
They do.
And you're not thinking about them and what they have to lose. You're thinking about yourself and them just being there for you. I will support you from a distance. I will be there for you from a distance.
That's a very good assessment.
But keep the drama and the mess, keep it away from me, because I don't have time for it.
I understand. You know, and the thing about it is, everybody knows I'm all about trying to help people build. I will inspire. I will motivate. I'll be your biggest cheerleader.
Yes.
But if you building a Ponzi scheme.
Yes. Cynthia said, if your morals are like mine, you living your life right, I got you. Absolutely.
Exactly. I agree. Cynthia, that was a wonderful word of advice for anybody. Like, you know, one of my writers her name was Brandy, and she is actually from California. I think my cousin Candy had the posting out in California, and she actually inboxed me and she was like, Miss Nina, I've been riding and dying with my best friend for years. She's lived off of me for years. We've been out of high school for 10 years. And she's lived in every apartment I've lived in. She's lived in, you know, everywhere I've lived. She's never had a job. I'm taking care of her. And she had a baby recently. And, you know, now I have to get a bigger apartment to, you know, help her and her child. Nobody.
See, that don't sound like a best friend. That sounds like someone who is using you. That sounds like someone who is leeching off of you and is only friends with you because of what you can do for them and what you are continuing to do for them. That person is using you. That's not a best friend. They don't want to do for themselves and provide for themselves, and now they're bringing a child into this world, and now it's like your child because you have to take care of this person and their child now.
Exactly. Yes, Tammy Robinson, we are talking about friendship. We're talking about sisterhood, brotherhood, riding and dying with people through whatever. You know, I've had a lot of people that tell me, Nana, I got your back through whatever. I look around and that is certainly not the case.
Nowhere to be found.
But hold on. I don't even feel no kind of way about that. You want to know why? When you get to be a little bit older, you understand that people have their own lives. You don't require that. And if you are a person that is self-sufficient, you won't require anybody to ride or die with you. Your first and biggest cheerleader has got to be yourself. The things that you need in life, you have to be somebody that makes sure that you set up everything and you don't have to depend on people to be there for you through everything. Now, emotionally, you know, there's been times where I'm going to tell you, I've required people that I needed in my life to be there. And I will tell you that they are, you know, they are. So I'm just saying, you know, it don't make no sense.
I would have to say my 20-something years of life, and I'm saying that because y'all can't know my age. My 20-something years of life, I realized that friendship doesn't mean we gotta talk consistently every day. Because I got my life, I got things that's going on in my life, and vice versa for my friends as well. We don't have to talk consistently, texting, talking on the phone all day. I talk to you when I talk to you. It may be a day, it may be a couple days, it may be a few weeks, it may be longer than that. But when we talk, it's just going to be like we picking up where we left off.
We haven't missed the beat.
Talk and we're going to get it with each other. when we can and when our life is not as hectic and we have time to talk to each other.
Exactly.
But friendship doesn't mean you have to consistently, be talking to each other 24/7.
That's right.
I got things to do and so do you.
That's right. I think Andre Brown, Andre, I appreciate you being on here, sweetheart. And if you're talking about the scenario that I just gave you with Miss Brandy out in California, who knows? That might be the case. He might have assessed the situation correctly in saying that they're basically, he was like, they effing. But, I get where he coming from. It's probably a lot more there than what she revealed to me. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, Andre, because 10 years and they still living with you and they go everywhere and you providing for them, at some point, that's more than a little bit of devotion. So,
right.
I might not have put it in those words, Andre, but I might be on your team. I'm sorry. And Brandy, if you are watching and you watch this later, I don't know your life, sweetheart. And I'm not trying to say that is the case. But anybody that let a friend live with them for the last 10 years and you totally providing everything for this friend,
there's a little bit more devotion you should be giving.
Exactly. You need to examine what it is that you have, what your interests are in this friend.
And at this point, I'm claiming that person on my taxes.
Hey,
I've been taking care of you.
You already know. I'm sorry. That's a deduction right there. You and baby. A deduction. I'm serious because there's things in life that we don't understand. And people, of course, are not going to tell you everything. They'll tell you the things that they want you to know. But at any rate, I'm going to address it from this point. Sweetheart, that person is using you, and maybe in some kind of weird way, you're allowing that person because you care about them more than you wish to admit. I don't know you, and if I'm wrong, I'm always the one to apologize and say I'm wrong and I'm sorry. But from the way that it was worded, you made it look like a little bit more, and maybe you need to come to grips with your true feelings. And if you want it to be more, then that's something that you guys got to talk about. And maybe you shouldn't be complaining about something. Evidently, in 10 years, you've been happy with the situation too. I'm just saying. Because 10 years of being, I'm not letting nobody stay in my house with me for 10 years and I ain't feeling.
If you can't admit the problem to yourself first, then nothing's going to change. Everything's going to continue to stay the same, and you're going to continue to have the same problem. And in the end, it's going to turn towards resentment and hatred for your best friend.
Mm-hmm. Or your friend, period.
Because you can't admit the problem to yourself. You can't complain about it if you're not going to fix it. If it's already been 10 years, at this point, there's no need for you to be complaining.
Well, see, that's the reason why I chose that one, because it seemed to be a little bit extreme. And the whole time I was reading it, I was like, wow, is this somebody just making up a scenario just to have something to talk about? Or if somebody is in this really, because if they are in that situation for real, they need to be doing some soul searching themselves. I want to take the time out to read some of these comments for a minute because they got it going on.
Says, hello, gorgeous. I hear you. Don't let us be a sucker for trouble. Let's get paid. Nice video. Thank you.
Thanks, Lance. Thank you for the support. I also want to say, let me see. It was a couple other ones that made some very good points. Besides Cynthia James, she mentioned a point about our morals. But then Tammy Robinson said, friendship is a touchy situation. It depends on how long you've known the person, how you become friends, and what both people's motives are. And definitely. But then Cynthia comes back and says she will help anyone, but they have to show her that they want help, and it's not just for her to be the giver and then to be the receiver. Excuse me, I wish I had a bell to ring on that one, because you hit it right on the head. Some people are always the giver, and some people is always the receiver. And it's unfortunate because if we search our personal lives, if you are a strong person, most of the time, unfortunately, you're the giver. And you're not only the giver for one person. If you got a host of people and they all feel like you their friend, everybody is running to you. You're one person and everybody is running to you for the support. That's enough to tear you down and wear you down. And they don't get it. When you start to pull back and take time for yourself, much needed time for yourself,
Exactly.
then it's like, oh, that person abandoned me.
Right.
Or that person, you know, they don't want to, they turn their back on me and that's not a real friend. No,
Right.
boo-boo. They a real friend. Let them regroup because they've given
Right.
as much as they can, not just to you, but to many other people that consider them their friend as well.
Exactly. You've become what me and my friends like to say, the Dr. Phil of the group. Because you're the one that everyone runs to for that advice, for the support. And it's like you're constantly holding therapy sessions for everybody in your group of friends and your circle. Because everybody always runs to you. And then you're always that person that's always giving. But when it's your turn
to receive,
it's like everyone scatters like roaches. Because
nobody there. You
nobody's
looking around, it's like, oh, you know, inside it's total silence. Let you be the one to have to ask for something. Or if you riding and dying, like you said, when you see your friend in need, they shouldn't have to ask you, number one. But just in case they do, because you didn't see what was going on and they do, what are you prepared to do for them? Okay. Say, we're going to set up this scenario. Say you have a friend that's your ride or die for real. And you just got your income tax back. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because it's income tax season and everybody about to get their money back. And your girl has been sick. And she is about to lose the roof over her head. And she has children. But she couldn't file for taxes because she doesn't have a job. Are you prepared to sacrifice your finances for your friend? I want to know. Dwayne, I'm excluding you from this.
He said, ain't no ride or die in this world. I've never been to a double casket funeral. Ain't nobody dying with you. I know that's right.
All right. Y'all heard it from the Reverend himself. You ain't that much riding and dying because you can't take them with you. They can't go with you there. Well, you know, some people do. They ride out to the end and you know, depending on what the situation is, they just might have died together. But I feel what you're saying. But Cynthia, I'm going to have to invite you on the show because this is like getting real. You just said no. You're not going to help your friend in that situation. I'm going to give you a few minutes to tell us why. I want if you could go ahead and type it in the comment section.
I would say, I'm going to answer that while everybody is typing their response to that. I would say no. Simply because if she knew the situation that she was in, she had more than enough time to fix. There are resources that are out there and available to people. There's nothing wrong with Section 8. There's nothing wrong with getting assistance and getting help if you're in trouble. And you have more than enough time to use those resources and save, you know, where you're living, the roof over your head for you and your children. You have more than the time to get that together. Don't wait till the last minute and it's income tax and you go to the friend that you know is about to get a whole lot of money back and then ask them. You don't ask nobody else. You don't ask your family. You don't ask the father of your kids. If you and that, you know, man is not together, you don't ask nobody else.
Think about it.
You go to that one friend that you know is going to give it to you.
The timeliness of it all.
So for that reason, I would say no.
Okay.
Because I am not a bank.
Well, I'm a fact person. I want to go and make sure at the rental office, that you really are getting ready to get tossed. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fact person. I really am. And I'm going to say that, you know, there have been times when I open up my home and I let people come and stay with me based on a situation like that. There's been times when I have given a lot of money to save somebody's home, the roof over their head. But the aftermath becomes the situation. Was I paid back? Well, you know, some yes, some no. Was our relationship still the same? Some yes, some no. So I have to agree with Tammy Robinson when she said that everything depends on that person, the type of friend, which y'all been through, how your relationship was built, everything. Because you can also lose your friend over a situation like that. If they were in need, how bad did you need the money? Did they give it back? Did they act in good faith? Was this the truth?
Matter.
It's so many
All
different things. Matter.
If I know that you're going to give it back to me when you can, then that's different. If the friendship was built on a good foundation and we have that trust and that bond to where I can give you that money and I know you're going to give it back to me, it doesn't have to be right away, but I know you're going to give it back to me, then that's different.
That's different.
That's a completely different situation. Then it's okay.
Yeah,
my friend's in trouble. You need this. I got you.
But then if you don't, then all of a sudden you became the bad guy. You know that, right?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna put it to you like this: you're gonna be the bad guy either way.
Either way.
So you might as well keep your money in your pocket and be the bad guy. That's the way I look at it. I will help you out in any kind of way I can. If I got furniture and somebody needed it and they got burnt out or whatever, I'm always there to do that. I have collected, I went on Facebook to collect for people, and people have opened up their hearts, their wallets to give to people that were really in need. I've done the same. But at what point is somebody going to take responsibility, like you said, of their own situation? How did we get to this point? You can't always wait when you see that you're in trouble, and then once there's no other way but out, now you want to ask your friends or come to somebody, and then they become the bad guy because they didn't, quote unquote, help you. So now you putting their names out in the street. They not this, they not that. All kind of, friendship problems could be some of the biggest problems in the world. Because those are the people that know the most about you. And when they get mad at you, they put out the most about you. Because people that don't know you can't talk about you. People that know you, as soon as stuff ain't right, the first thing they doing is they hitting the street with information. Anything that can hurt you, that's what they trying to do. Okay. And that's just reality.
Tammy Robinson said, true Christians have open hearts mostly and believe it's better to give than receive. But we must remember God says use wisdom, because when your motives are pure, whether you get it back or they do as you've done to them, you won't be offended. If you were led to help them, God rewards. What would Jesus do? Now everyone not believers, so if it's not given from the heart and it was only given just to boast or brag and to hold it over the person's head, that's not a friend. Absolutely.
Well, I have to say this, and it's not like I don't understand, because I do agree with her being a Christian woman. I do agree with her. However, if you gave from the heart, that's one thing. But if they came and asked you and made you feel compelled to give them, that's something totally different. I'm sorry. Like, that's two different things. Tell me, when you recognize the need and you just go and give it to somebody. Oh, here go a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on. So, take your time, give it back. That's one thing. But when they knock on your door, ring your phone, bling. Oh, girl, I need $3,000 or else they going to put me out this week. You wasn't prepared for that. That's not a cheerful giver. That is somebody giving under duress because somebody is asking them for something and they are being put on the spot. And the friendship is being threatened because I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. I need my money too. But since this is my girl, if I don't give it to her, then I'm not. And
that's why you have to be careful because, first of all, you knew you was going to get put out. They sent you a notice. You saw that date on that paper, so you knew. And you did nothing to fix the situation. So that's when you have to be careful about, okay, am I going to be a good friend and give them that money?
I don't just call it a good friend giving it to them. I think that's making a sacrifice. From your life. That's something that you worked hard for all this time. And that person, then here go another thing. That person that person didn't go to work for that. You rolled, you had to get up every day and bust your butt to go get that, make your money so that you can get that income tax back. So now you're being you're being put in a position to have to give up something that you worked hard for and probably made plans for your own self when it came. Whether it be, what about if you was just taking a vacation? Well, wasn't that well deserved? I mean, I think that it is. You've been working hard all year long. And now you got the possibility to take a trip or something like that, and your friend is being put out. So now it's like, I can't take my trip now because my friend's being put out. I'm trying to pay the rent so that she can keep a roof over her head. And now I'm not going to be able to go on my trip. Who's making a real sacrifice? You worked all year long to be able to go on this trip and rejuvenate yourself. And now you're being put in a position. And not only that, if you don't do it, so now you stressed out. I'm being all stressed out. Because you got somebody riding you over your money. Over your money. I'm just saying. Like, it's a lot of ways to think about this. And some people can say, yo, y'all, wow. You can say that all you want to. But the reality of it is, in this world, you have to be self-sufficient. Because it's not enough hours in a day to make the kind of money that we all want to make, first of all. Most people are working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. All kind of stuff. And then the ones who aren't doing that, if they sitting home and they getting any kind of, I'm not saying that people that sit home are lazy. I'm not calling anybody out of name. I'm not saying that people sit home for all different kind of reasons. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some could be sick, all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, should that person be put on the line and be made to feel some kind of way because they didn't give that quote unquote ride or die, they friend, the money? And if it wasn't about money, it would probably be an easier situation. Because money brings out
the worst in people.
Sides of people that you would never even think exist. I'm serious. Money can break the best of friendships up. It really can. If somebody thinks that you did something behind their back and they getting paid, you getting paid and they not, and y'all was working on something together, they let them think it, and you're going to catch an attitude from that person.
Right.
I'm serious. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? Hi, everybody that's just joining us. As you can see, this is an intense conversation. Yes, it is about friendship, but are you my brother, my sister's keeper? How far are you willing to go to say you got somebody's back? Are you willing to sacrifice things that are in your life that are a necessity, your own life, your own happiness, your own everything, just to make somebody else's life right? What do you think about that? Like, don't you think that people should be accountable for their own?
Mm-hmm. We're put in this world to be held accountable and responsible for your own life and your own actions. I can only be accountable for myself, my life, and the decisions I make.
And that includes financial decisions.
And that includes financial. So, listen, if the intentions are pure and you really need the help, I will help you if I can.
And that's a big word, if.
If I can.
A lot of factors. You know, a lot of factors. And, you know, okay, so we can go on and talk about that one all day long. But we're going to change this up a little bit. What about if your friend is doing some old crazy stuff and bring you in on it and request you to lie on their behalf? I mean, like, blatantly lie on their behalf. And is that going to cause you to look at your friend differently? Or are you just going to start, nah, I got their back and I'm going to lie for them. I'm going to lie with them.
I ain't lying for nobody.
It's a lie.
I will not lie for you for no reason at all. I don't care what it is. Don't call me and ask me to say anything.
She said don't.
Do not, because I am unavailable. Don't call me. Don't text me. I'm unavailable. I don't care if it's something as small as if my significant other hits you up or calls you or something. Tell them I was with. No, you weren't with me. I ain't seen you. I ain't heard from you.
In my opinion,
we ain't go here, we ain't go there.
That's right. But in my opinion, once somebody starts asking you to co-sign on negative things, that's a red. That right there is a red flag. That when it comes, that stuff is going to come back on you because eventually they're going to be lying to you too. Let's just lay it out there on the table. If you asking me to lie for you, you're going to ask somebody else to lie to me for you. You're going to ask somebody else to lie in other situations for you.
Yes, Cynthia. If I won't lie for myself, what makes you think I lie for you? Absolutely.
But a lot of people, here we go again. yo, that MFer didn't have my back. You know the street's going to get all of this about you. So for those people that are on the right side, ignore the left. Because you already know that once they're not happy, the streets is going to hear about it. And you're going to be the bad guy. And I just don't feel like explaining myself to people. I'm sorry.
Life or death situation, depending on the lie, will it save or kill? I don't care. Life or death, I'm still not lying for you. Because whatever the reason, if it's life or death, how did you get yourself into that situation? Don't put me in a position as a friend to have to lie for you, because in the end, it's gonna come back on me.
It's gonna come back on both.
It's gonna absolutely. It's gonna come back on both of us. And
the truth gonna come out some kind of way.
I don't have time to remember a lie I told a month ago or two months ago or however long. No.
Let me tell you what my husband always tells me. He'll tell you. Hopefully he's still watching. He goes, Nina, I would never. If I had to do something illegal, I would never take you with me, because if they ask you, you're going to tell the truth. And I love that man to life. And there's nothing I won't do for him. But guess what? I'm not going to do that. But see, that's his respect for me. Because he wouldn't put me in that position. He already knows that it's going to be hard for me to do that. And for somebody that would give anything for him. He respects and loves me enough to, to understand and to know that putting me in that situation is not going to be favorable for either of us. Because I'm like this. I'm a firm believer in, regardless of whatever man doesn't see, God sees it all. And some people would say, oh, she real wild for that. Yeah, I am in your eyes, but it's the truth. I don't, don't bring something to me if you don't expect me to be honest with you about it. A lot of people don't like that about me. That's the one thing they don't like. I have gotten people gang up on me because of that. Because I'm going to tell you how I feel, and I'm not even dealing with it, but then they'll turn around and flip it off on me. Oh, Miss Nina is wild. But it is what it is. I mean, I live with that too. And I urge you to live with it. Because you know something, at the end of the day, you have to be the one to answer to God in the end for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to. And when you stand before him and he say, remember when? Right. What you gonna do? You gonna be standing there. You can't tell him that you didn't do it. He sees all things.
Because he know you did it. He saw you when you did it.
So to stand up there and try to rationalize with the Lord, it ain't happening.
Listen, all I have to say is, if you are really my friend, don't ever put me in a position to get caught up with your mess and your drama. If you do something crazy, you do something that you knew was wrong and messed up, do not wrap me up in it. Don't come to me with it. Listen, don't call me or come to my house and have me try to cover for you, because I ain't covering for nobody. Listen, she got in my house at 11:30 p.m. I was asleep. No, because I'm telling the truth, whatever it's
going to come back.
Okay, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to hell for you. Going with you.
And think about it. Before you got into that trouble, how about you come see me before you did that? And we talk about a reasonable solution. Or talk about how you can not get into that situation in the first place.
Right.
How about you come and see me when you're down, and we try to figure out how you can make your situation right and be a positive situation and try to flip your negative to a positive. How about if we sit down and pray? I mean, that might not be everybody's way. I mean, and that's cool. Because I'm not trying to say that everybody needs to believe in something that they don't believe in. But what I'm saying is, before you even get to the point of having to commit crimes, to the point of having to tell those lies, to the point of whatever, how about if you trust your friend enough to go to them before these things happen?
Talk to me before you do something crazy. Open up. Communication.
I don't know.
Maybe there's a way we can talk through it and figure out a better solution than to commit a crime or do something wrong. But don't drag me to hell with you after the fact. Because you going on your own.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm be standing up there sipping,
at the end of the day,
sipping on my soda while you looking at you like this.
At the end of the day, my goal, I'm going to heaven. Okay? I want to see God and him tell me, job well done. to know that I lived a good life and I made a positive impact.
And I got enough to do the work on
your own.
Yeah, I got enough to do the work on myself. And I do that to the best of my ability. So what I'm saying is, the best thing that I can tell you is to do what is best for you, regardless of what it is, if it's best for you. But make sure that you don't bring anybody else down doing what is best for you, because that's not good. And then for you to be upset because other people didn't co-sign on it, or other people didn't have your back, so to speak. That's not. Now you mad at everybody else because because your situation wasn't right, when you have to be the person to, we're responsible for our own lives. Wherever you end up at is because you began somewhere. So before you even begin, look at which way the road is going to take you. Me, I'm always going to look, if I got to work a little bit harder to get what I want, then I'll go ahead and put them extra hours in to get what I want. But I'm not going to rob nobody because I can get that $1,000. If I bust somebody over the head, I can get that $1,000 in 5 minutes, where, it'll take me a couple days to make it if I got to go to work. I go to work and make it. I just can't see it.
Marlon said, don't do the crime if you can't handle the consequences of the outcome. Absolutely.
And Tammy has got to go. Sorry to see you go, Tammy, but thank you. Very good conversation. I'm telling you, we love you, and we thank you for your continued support. And look, show your patient some love too. She said, I gotta go. I gotta walk in and start with my patient. Okay, sweetheart, have a wonderful day. Anyway, we just trying to incite some thoughts here. It's always somebody that is out there expecting other people, and we hope that we can give you a different perspective on this. The last thing that we want to do is make anybody feel like, they shouldn't go to their friend if they need their friend. Right. Only you know the kind of friendship that you have with somebody. Only you know what your true friend is willing to do for you and willing to give up for you. But when you look at your true friend, what are you willing to make them sacrifice in order to help you? And if you are the person that is always the giver, sometimes you got to make people stand up on their own 2 feet. And always giving to them might not be the way.
And remember that we are only stating our personal opinions of what we would and would not do in certain situations when it comes to our friends. And even family, a brother or sister, we're stating our personal opinions. So you can take it, think about it, let it marinate, sit overnight, But only you know the foundation that your friendships was built on.
That's right.
Only you know what to do. And honestly, Tammy said something before, a comment earlier, and I have to go back on that. The wisdom will come in any of those situations, and you will know if to give or not to give. And if your heart is leading you not to give, that's telling you something. If your first instinct is to, okay, I don't know about this, I don't know if I should give them this or help them with this, then that's God's way of telling you,
follow.
Take a back seat. You don't need to be in the situation.
Because you're going to wish that you had listened.
That's your intuition. Listen to that. But if your first instinct is to, I got to help my girl out, then do it.
What guides you. That's right. As she said,
follow your heart, but be cautious.
The reason why we do our show in the first place like this is because you get two perspectives from a situation. You get the perspective from somebody who is younger, and you get the perspective from somebody who is aged a little bit more. But anyhow, what you do get is information from Chocolate Diamonds, and that's what we try to do. We are not here to try to change anybody's mind. Do what you do, boo. But at the end of the day, you got to be happy with what you do. And you got to be happy with the people that you're doing that to and for. So we just inciting positivity and making sure that if you needed a word of wisdom and spirit, a word of inspiration rather, and motivation, then guess what? We here all day long. And speaking of motivation, how's shrimp and grits tomorrow morning, Sam?
Sound good
Y'all
to
gonna
me.
join us for some shrimp and grits? Join us for our show tomorrow. I am not so sure what the topic will be, and let me tell you why. Because 3 people came at me with some very nice topics, and we're gonna have to talk about them.
But keep them coming.
But keep them
coming.
Because
give us topics to talk about, and we'll choose one.
That's right. I want to give a shout out to everybody, my sisters that are entrepreneurs, paparazzi dealers. I want to give a shout out to Cynthia Snyder James, Gloria Ashby, Annette Price, Annette Brown Sugar Smith, all of you guys.
Cynthia
you know
said she will be here for the shrimp and grits.
Cynthia,
Amen,
you coming?
sister. Amen.
You coming? I'm gonna call you because we're gonna have shrimp and grits for tomorrow's session. We're gonna join you tomorrow at 2:00 the same time. But until we do that, I just got a couple more announcements. We want to make sure that everybody knows about. Can you hand me that over there? The ticket. We have Eddie James coming. Gospel is hitting the scene. And we what is that? April the 5th, 2020.
Doors open at 6 p.m. Higher Places Ministries in Vineland, New Jersey.
Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. $20 a piece. Eddie James will be in the house. Yours truly will be there. No, I am not performing, but next time I will. George Goldsboro, my brother in crime, he is going to be there with me. We're actually in the planning of our own show, but make sure you pick up the tickets. If you don't know where to get them, hit us up. We will let you know, or contact Terry Powell, or you can contact the church itself and get your tickets. Thank you for your support with that matter. Like I said, all the sisters out there selling paparazzi, I am so proud of you guys. Do what you do and keep building up your dreams and doing what you do. Also, my book is out. Make sure that you go to Amazon.com. Pick up your copy. Cynthia, I have to sign yours. So when you come tomorrow for this show, make sure you bring your book so that I can sign it. I want to give a shout out to Rochelle Phillips in Florida, who also picked up a copy of my book as well. It is called Miss Nine's Oh So Real Sisterly Inspirations. Make sure that sisterly inspirations. Make sure you pick up your copy on Amazon.com. For those of you who want me to sign it, you can hit me up on Cash App, and I will give you all the information at the bottom of this comment section.
You can go on Amazon and pick up my 2 books.
Yes.
Yours truly, Via Above All and Love Beyond Control. Both are available on Amazon, so go get yourself a copy.
And you also know that we have new music. Livia's Get Paid dropped. We want to thank everybody for over almost 1,600 views in 3 days?
In 3 days.
3 days.
So thank God and thank all of you for the support. Keep supporting.
Keep supporting.
Share. Watch the video. Like the video. And subscribe to Pilier'Records YouTube channel and download the song.
Yes, make sure you do. It is now available. Also, we want to give a shout out for our other co-host, George Goldsboro, who is always making them moves. His single came out. His album actually came out, The Shining Light. But you can get his single now, You Got Me, when you go to YouTube and download it as well. That is one banging. I mean, between both of you guys hitting in the same week, it's a lot going on. And I want to give a shout out to both of you. Wonderful, wonderful work. You Got Me from George Goldsboro. It is a beautiful song. Get Paid from Livia featuring LA is also hitting. And I'm out there shooting my video this weekend for a brand new single that I'm releasing called Gotta Leave. Now I want to let you know something. Wait till y'all hear this one. It is definitely different from what you're used to hearing, because, you know, for the most part, I sing a lot of gospel. I have written for artists or R&B music. I have written for artists and, you know, R&B, gospel. But this song takes me back to my club days, my club roots. But it's got a message. That beat is hitting though. It's called Gotta Leave, and y'all will be seeing the video in a few weeks, and I am just like really excited because it's been a minute since, you know, I'm busy writing for everybody else, and I'm busy, you know, directing other videos and writing. I mean, busy. But now to finally work on some more of my own stuff, you know, I can't wait. You're in the video. George is in the video. I can't wait. And it's a blessing. I really thank God for everything that is, all the blessings that he's bestowed upon us as a team and everything that he's doing for you guys. If God is giving you some blessings, you can share them with us and we will definitely read whatever is going on wonderful in your life. You can also join us on the Pilier'Records on YouTube. Make sure that you look up our show. We are always on. Everything that you see here, you will also see there. Plus, you will see more on our YouTube channel. Also, Janie Sloan said, "Hi, Nana. I don't think you remember me." Oh, yes, I do, sweetheart. I do. And hello. Let me tell you guys something. I remember faces and I remember names. And I'm one of those people who remember you based on how you treat me. I know that sounds crazy, but it is. It just is. And when you show me love, your face shows up in my brain and it's like, Nina, that's a wonderful person. So what's up, Janie? And I love you back. You know, Tamara Cotman, we're going to be showcasing some of her works here. She is, of course, a community activist as well as our fellow author. She has several books that are out. She was also instrumental in changing some laws in the state to fit some different situations. We will have her on our show as well. I wanted to say, let me see, it's a lot more. Jason Nicholson. Hi, Jason. Drea Santiago. How you doing, Drea? Oh, my goodness, some of everybody on here. Hi, Bishop Morgan. How's everything? And, of course, Janie. Tanya Hatch. Alexandra Creamer. Hey, how you doing, lovey? Christy Virgo is watching. Ryan Goldsboro. What's up, brother? Tavares Wright. How you doing, T? Let me see. It is so many people. William Baytops. Hi, William. How you doing? Barbara Corley, Marlon Milburn Sr., Roberta Haggs, Bernie Stevenson. Anybody and everybody that is on here. Yvonne Scurry. We just want to say thank you for your support. Jerome Cephas, that is my cousin all the way from Texas. I love you, cuz. Yes, it's been a while. Also has a lot of things that are out. And I'm promoting everybody's works, everybody's books. If you have works, because right now it's all about the entrepreneur, and we are definitely promoting anybody that has works that is going on. Medina Blair Parker. Let me see. Marlon said he want catfish with his shrimp and grits. Yo, Marlon, guess what? I've been known to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because a sister can cook. Mm-hmm. A sister can fry up some fish. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all don't have no idea. Y'all don't have no idea. But when y'all see that food truck coming to say the gravy train, know that that's got Miss Nina's food on it. Oh, did I just tell him something?
I think she just dropped the gem.
Yes, we have a food truck coming. That's right, the gravy train. And it will be operated by my husband, Dwayne Graves. Everybody is like, oh my goodness, we never hear from Reverend Graves. Well, that's because he's busy doing what he's doing and preparing for the next phase of our lives. As I am, I'm usually I'm usually out in the front with what I'm doing. And I just thank God for, the fact that I have a husband who grows when I grow and who goes when I go. And I follow him just like he follows me. And both of our dreams are important in our relationship. And if you got somebody that you love, in the relationship, you can't just capitalize on only one of you guys' dreams. You have to try to find a way so that both of you can be happy. And if you're both dreamers, make both of you guys' dreams happen. You know what I'm saying? It may not be easy, but take the time to make sure that you acknowledge the things that each other wants to do, because a one-sided relationship is not good. And I just thank God for it.
But that's another topic for another day.
That's another topic. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, you guys. Until next time. That's been our time. We love you, Miss Nina out. Keep it sparkling. Peace.